one of the most surprising teams that came out of the playoffs this past year happens to be the Indiana Pacers, making it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, granted, they did run up against a very injury-prone Milwaukee Bucks team who did not have Giannis, and even Dame missed a couple games in that series, and then turn around and played against the Knicks, where they was neck to neck with the Knicks until Jalen Brunson went down and a lot of injuries has really pretty much stopped the Knicks. However, however, as I always say, especially here on this channel, it does not matter. You still got to play against who's in front of you because it's not a guarantee you automatically win. They went up against against the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. They ended up losing to the Celtics. However, this is a good development year. This is a very good development year, but it's also a very dangerous time too. Okay, this Pacers team reminded me of the 21 Hawks. What happens in 21 was the Atlanta Hawks end up getting to the Eastern Conference Finals so early on into Trae Young's career. So the Pacers so young into Tyrese Halliburton's career that the next year they decided just to run it back, and then they wasn't as good as the rest of everybody else in the East got either healthier or better overall, and they was the inside looking in, and then there's been a struggle since. So for the Pacers side of things, I don't think the front office believed that. I hope not. I really hope not. I hope the front office believe that the development for this young core will continue. Tyrese Halliburton getting even more better than he's already is. Excellent playmaker. Scoring is getting there too. Maybe this upcoming season he pulls back on the scoring because we know he can. Basically, it's like Tyrese can average 20 plus, right? We know he can do that because he averaged 20 on the dot. Pretty much 20 point. He averaged 20, and he dished out pretty much 11 assists. So maybe he should stay around that, 20 and 11. That should just be his normal, 20 and 11. And then allow other guys like Benedict Mathurin and Miles Turner and Siakam, whoever they play at the small forward position, whether that's Jarvis Walker, whether that's Friedman, whether that's Doug McDermott somehow, I'm not going to lie, or Aaron Nesmith, whoever's starting at that small forward position, all those guys should take another increase in their touches and their scoring abilities, in my personal opinion. I think Tyrese, he has potentially to win the MVP. I don't think it'll happen just because of the league that he's part of, where these players that's in front of him and some that's even farther than him, he's not going to be able to get them love. But he will get some votes. I guarantee he'll probably finish top 10 in MVP votes this year if he continues to develop. He also needs to work more on his defensive side of the ball, but that's for the whole team in general because overall at the end of the season they were one of the worst defensive, bottom 5 when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. Rebounding at the overall total of the year, they were pretty bad at rebounding. They was good in points and assists. It's just that other two categories got to balance those out. If they can be mid-tier on the rebounding, mid-tier of the defensive side of the ball and stopping their opponents, that will go a long way. If we're being quite honest, that will go a long way if they can be middle of the pack. If they can be middle of the pack and then keep their number one offense and keep their number one assist making and keep their percentages as number one or even top 5. Let's say top 5 for all of that. Then you're looking at a team that is locked and loaded. That's going to be very hard to slow down when it comes to the playoffs. But like I said, it just depends on how the other teams act. Depends on what now with a full off season, which is wonderful. A full off season with Pascal Siakam on the team. They added in James Wiseman, who I have no idea. I have a big question mark on James Wiseman. I'll probably make an entire James Wiseman video at some point during the regular season. Depends on how he plays. But we'll see what James Wiseman is going to be able to bring to this Pacers team. Because I'm not 100% sure what he brings outside of size. Because I think a team like this, where it's a lot of run and gun, where Tyrese can find anybody and make their days easier, maybe that's the James Wiseman experience. Hell, maybe this offseason, James Wiseman is working on his mid-range and three-point shooting, defense, rebounding, pick and rolls. I don't know what he's going to work on, but he can work on something to get better. You know what I'm saying? But mixed to that with a lot of shooters around, still got a veteran point guard, TJ McCollum, who still keeps doing what he does. If I'm not mistaken, was that Andrew Nembhard who ended up picking up where Tyrese left off when Tyrese got hurt. I think it was Nimrod that came in and he was dominating for those 2 games that he played. Awesome work, very awesome work. He played really good. He was way better than I thought. I didn't know he was that good. But he probably moves up a little bit more in the rotation. Rick Carlisle, he just got to sit down and focus and lock into who he wants on the team and who he wants to give big time minutes to and who he don't want to give big time minutes to. Because this is a very important step for the Pacers, is to take a certain step forward. Because one thing you don't want to do is be in that middle of the pack, because you got past a certain teams. Now you feel like, okay, we can just stay right here. Don't stay right there. Move up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Move up a little bit. And hopefully that's what the Pacers do. Hopefully they take another jump. Hopefully they get back into the East and showcase that they're one of the top 5 teams in the East. They did finish 47-35. So did the Magic, so did the 76ers. But we know the 76ers was better than that. Joel Embiid missed a lot of games. So the Pacers being pretty much a 7th seed, which is a play-in, just pretty much a play-in team. We know they're better than that. We hopefully are better than that. I think this year's goal is to hit the 50-win mark. Yeah, that would be the goal. And a very disappointment would be just a fall backwards. I don't think that should happen, but you never know. It is basketball. But I like the Pacers team. I think it's not too bad. I think if defense continues to be a struggle, that's where they have to upgrade somewhere. Whether that's probably the small forward position. I think that might be the weakest position for them, at my personal opinion. But then again, once again, when the year starts up, one of those forwards, maybe Jarvis Walker, maybe whoever else, steps up and be that elite 3-and-D role player, then my mouth is shut. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. But any Pacers fans, what you know, let me know. Let me know something. I need to know anything and everything. How do you like your Pacers team? Is it what you expect? Did you expect to do more in the off season? Are you fine with everything? And what is your ultimate goal? What is your realistic goal? I know the ultimate goal is the championship, but what's the realistic goal? Is it return to the Eastern Conference Finals and actually get a couple games off of whoever they're fighting against, or actually win it, or what is it? But you guys hit the like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next basketball team.